Last week we brought you a feature on Jessica Fitu from the BYU Softball team. This week Erin Nilsson previews what they hope will be a year in the NCAA Super Regional.
The Cougar softball team went undefeated in the preseason and has begun the 2010 season undefeated, winning their first 5 games down in St. George.
We're strong in all areas. We have a well-balanced team. You know, we have strong pitching, strong hitting. We're athletic. We can steal bases. We can win with speed. We got a strong defense. We're a veteran team, so the team has been there and knows they belong there. So this is a well-rounded team, and we can win in a lot of different ways.
A few freshmen have come in looking to make an immediate impact.
The game is different at this level in high school, and they've started to see that, and it'll be a learning experience for them through much of the season, but especially the first 2 or 3 tournaments. But I completely expect all of them to learn quickly and to contribute to the team's success.
The experienced players have been working very hard since last season ended to improve.
There's always something to improve on, I think, but I think if anything I can improve on my catching skills and my hitting, of course, but if anything more my catching, like having to do with blocking and framing and just everything that has to do with catching, I think I can get a lot better than that.
I've really worked since the end of regionals on adding as much extra movement to my pitches as I can.
Leadership. I've been not wanting that role because it's got a lot of responsibility, but I tend to lead more with example or just my actions, and so I want to try and narrow in what exactly to give out to the girls, the young girls.
The Cougars are picked to win the conference with San Diego State right behind.
They have a strong program, and over the last few years it's been us and them battling for a conference championship each year, and they have an excellent team again this year. I don't think they lost any players from last year's team, maybe 1 or 2. You know, these are college athletes. They're young kids that are motivated to play. Anybody could sneak up and have a great season, so you can't overlook anybody.
We already featured Jessica Fitu and her being on the top 50 watch list for the 2010 Softball Collegiate Player of the Year. So I asked her about the pressure she may feel from being selected.
When I first found out, I was so excited, and I think of course it's like a push and a better push for me to work harder, but I try not to think about it because I feel like if I think about it, it would add more pressure for me, and I think it's just something that I can look forward to and something that'll help me to get better and to work harder.
Having her here, it's been more than amazing for me because, you know, we've been playing on the same team ever since we were little, so it's, you know, it's one thing when you play with her at home, but it's another when you're playing at a collegiate level with her. We both feed off of each other. I feel more comfortable. I mean, we hit back to back with each other. It's always been like that, so it's kind of routine, but at the same time, it's just a comfortable feeling.
With weather like this, you can see why BYU is a winter school. That forces the team to play their first 30 games of every season on the road, but they don't necessarily feel that's a bad thing.
We've never experienced the other side of it. We've always started on the road and played, you know, our first 30 games or so on the road, so I can't really speak in terms of whether or not it's a positive or negative. We've turned it into a positive for us because we go into, you know, other people's ballparks and we play very well, and then at the end of the year when we're in conference play, it's not a big deal to play away games. But one of the things that always is a challenge for us, being a cold weather school, is coming out of practicing indoors and then getting on dirt, especially against teams that never have to go indoors. So there'll be a process of acclimation, getting used to the dirt, getting used to fly balls outside. And we're very blessed to have this facility to work out in, but it's different on dirt.
Hitting 40+ wins in a year is nice, but rounding third base and getting past regionals is going to be a focus.
40 wins looks great on paper, but unless you're one of the last ones standing, then it's hard for people to say, okay, cool, well, you had 40 wins, but what do you have to show for it in the end?
I don't feel that what we've been doing in the past was wrong, so I feel like we should just keep doing what we've been doing, but at the same time, kind of just putting in our own little flair, because every team that I've been on is different. I feel like our team chemistry is a lot stronger than it is this year. I feel like just working together like we have been during the fall and during practice, we'll click it.
In Provo, Erin Nilsson, True Blue.
BYU is 9-1 with their only loss coming to 9th-ranked Georgia Tech in extra innings. Watch the Cougars on BYU TV starting March 31st against Utah State.